I believe in Dynamo Flex like very strongly. There's like
Yeah,
many
yeah, it's
versions of it.
definitely. I think it's the best
Just like
combo
at
to
least
actually.
2 and MF carries you to level 9,
Yep.
call it a fucking day, play random frontline, and eventually you cab out with like the Legendaries board. I don't know if you're aware of the Legendaries board, are you?
Yeah. The Zach Kobako Renekton Aurora.
Yeah, exactly. Poppy, Gragas, that
Yeah,
kind of shit. Perfect. Okay, in which case, I don't think when it comes to meta, there's like much. I mean, there's going to be a patch in like 3 days, right?
yeah,
So, I mean, fuck it, I'm down to just like send it then. I'll just queue up.
that's good.
I'm assuming since you've been sick and haven't really been playing much, you didn't get to record any WODs then.
I do have a couple left over from that climb. I did. I used some of them in a session with Asa. Uh,
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it. I don't know if it would be more or less helpful to go over
I
VODs
think it
that.
would be like, if you've gone over a WOD already, I don't think you need to
Yeah,
go over it again. Like
yeah.
the like when it comes to like going over WODs, at ASA and I like we might have different playstyles and stuff, but when it comes to like the big mistakes, I think we'd like generally agree, right?
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
I think that's all right. In which case, cool. We can just do 2 games today, then call it. I mean, of course, like, assuming that you have the energy. You have COVID. I don't want to like, you
Yeah,
know,
sounds good. I'll let
like,
you. I'll let you know. We'll see how
yeah,
I'm feeling after the second one. Yeah.
yeah. If you're like feeling fried after like one game and like you're feeling like, okay, I'm actually playing like shit and I know it, this is not like helpful, then not a problem.
Sounds good. I
Also, like in
appreciate
the
it.
sense that if like I'm very flexible. Like genuinely, if like you're worried that like, oh, next week anyway we can't like do the thing, like we'll make up for the games. Like don't worry about that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
How
worries,
about you?
man.
How are you
Get well
feeling?
soon.
I know you were saying you were feeling off too at the beginning of last week.
Yeah, last year. I'm completely fine now. I
Good.
was a little under the weather, but like completely chill. I think it's just like pretty fucking hot in India right now.
I
And
see.
I like went
Yeah.
out cycling and it became like fucking I can't see your stream by the way for some reason.
Oh, okay. Let me restart it.
Is it on my end? Let me check.
I've been having some internet stuff, so it could be on mine. Let me see if
Yeah,
restarting
mine
it
seems
helps.
to be working fine. Okay, I can see now. Accept,
Cool.
accept. Oh, okay, yes, fucking go. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let me start recording. Get my notes up. All right. Best of luck.
Yep. Sounds good.
Sorry, I didn't see the. Somehow I end up missing the exit like every
No,
time.
you're good. You're good. It's a chassis hollow
Chassis hollow.
bow.
Gotcha. All right, all right.
If you see chassis on 3, are you ever just ripping like Vanguard crest on 2-1? If you see it,
It's not horrible, but
it's not
no.
like that
Like,
great. Okay, yeah, it's not good enough to
yeah,
just
exactly. If you have
jam.
Mordekaiser, then sure. If you have like a Jax, then sure. But like, or like a Jax 2 or Mordekaiser 1, then I can see it. But again, I
Gotcha.
would just never play something that like doesn't intuitively make sense for my spot, like not try the hard force or anything. Like I'm
Makes
not taking
sense. Makes
Blighting Jewel
sense.
unless I have Fiddlesticks or Morgana, like something, stuff. I mean, Morgana is still a little bit, but you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Mortality is truly divine.
Just dupe the Shiv, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Like you can like sell the
Dupe.
poppy and transfer the item over.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Fuck yes.
makes sense. Was it a good idea not to dupe the Jin? That was like I was considering it on 2-1, but
No, I would. I mean, you had Shiv 2 last turn. I would have wanted you to like just
I
dupe the Shiv
see. To
on
do it,
2-1.
chip. I see. I didn't. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because you have upgraded front backline, you can get upgraded frontline. Plus, like with Morg, you really need frontline.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure. Makes sense.
yeah, and you have a frontline item, right? In which case you want
Right.
upgraded frontline for sure.
And this is reasonable. The Sunfire. I know it's obviously Morello and Red Buff are a lot better
No,
in this
no. If
combo,
you're
but
level, like you need to slam for sure. I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, that's good.
Again, we've talked about this, right? Bliss is
Yeah,
fake.
yeah.
Slamming is broken.
Secrets are coins better saved than spent.
Oh boy.
I'd roll bulk if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah. I'll take that, I guess.
I have enjoyed this.
Wow, that's funny.
All right. Thoughts?
Tough one. I'm sure I could have played better, but I don't know. I mean, pushing nine was wrong, especially when I saw the like I saw that Sejuani was uncontested in the lobby, and I should have been rolling on eight to make a board around Sejuani instead of pushing nine. That was probably the big mistake.
Okay. May I be candid?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the worst game of TFT I've seen you play so far.
Damn, tough.
I think you might have a sick COVID brain because I'm not joking. Some of the mistakes you're making are uncharacteristic of you. Like you would never make these mistakes from like any other game that I've seen you play. Uh,
Gotcha.
I think you might just be like having sick brain and playing poorly, which is fair.
Damn.
But
Okay.
I do think that like I mean I can understand why yesterday you played 4 games and you went bot for all 4.
Yeah.
Like you're not playing up to your caliber right now. But we'll go over it.
Okay.
And after we go over it, I want you to take a call on whether you want to do another game today.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Because and we can like again just keep this in the bank also. Like it's not gonna get overwritten. And if you're worried that like we won't have time, like don't worry. Like genuinely, I've done this with like other students in the past also, where like even if the set ends, they'll carry over to the next set. Don't worry about that. All right.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Sounds good.
Because I am questioning how productive it would be to
Yeah.
do another game when you already know that you're not playing at your best,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
then I'm just fixing your mistakes that you don't even make. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah.
But we'll go over it. And once we go over it, I think you'll understand more of where I'm coming from. Fair
Sounds
enough?
good. Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Let me open it. All right. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right. Let me make sure I'm muted. All right, perfect. One sec. Okay, so um, over here, I do agree with what you did, which is you sold the Rust and picked up Alistar Mundo. I wouldn't pick up Y. I'd probably pick up Shaco though, especially with like Mundo already. I actually am
Yeah,
like a pretty big Shaco believer, except especially with the mini dupe. Like if you get Shaco too,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like I'm very open to playing Shikari role.
Makes
I don't
sense.
mind it at all.
Yep.
But you got the Morgana. This is all fine. Again, small thing, but over here, I think you're overvaluing just Vi when you don't have any other Cypher units whatsoever. I'd rather just pick up the Seraphine because then you have either a Gorilla plus Seraphine or you have like Silas plus Seraphine and there's
Right,
like
right.
multiple outs, right?
Yep, yep.
But this Vi is like doing fuck all for us, especially when we have both like Bruiser frontline and like Bastion frontline already. We don't really need to pick up a Vi 2
Vanguard.
and Silas
Yeah.
2 just for, right?
Yep. Sounds good. That makes
Okay,
sense.
so memory bank is absolutely broken here. I agree, and
Yeah.
I click it. If you weren't getting a Morgana 2 here, I'm actually completely fine with taking Caretaker's Ally. I think Caretaker's Ally play 1 to 3 sounds fucking broken to me
Yeah,
as
it
well.
is. Yeah, that is definitely a good one. That's a good combo.
Like, I think personally, I still take Caretakers, but that's because I fucking love Caretakers. I think this augment is like absolutely broken. I don't know how it's not patched. But Memory Bank, because you're getting a Morgana too, and like with how broken Dynamo is, I think that's also completely acceptable. Like, I don't think that either of these are incorrect. It's more about playstyle, this decision, you know?
Gotcha.
Like, these are both like premium options.
Yeah.
But again, Memory Bank is only premium because you're getting a Morgana too. If you weren't, then I wouldn't click it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's talk about this turn. Um, you saw the Morgana too. You have this. You also see that you have a Sunfire Slam, right? Uh, if you're and you leveled, and a few things need to happen. Okay, again, we've talked about cohesion and plans, right? And how all your decisions need to point towards one game plan. I think over here, recognizing that you want to hold Jin pair and Shyvana pair means you can't make 10, means that it's probably worth it to level anyway because you're not really losing econ, is completely fair. I think that's completely like rational. But again, we're not doing everything that we want, right? You get almost there, but like
Yeah.
if you're doing this, you also realize that you need to slam an item because you're playing for tempo. I think that's completely correct. But if you're doing this, then you also need to make Shyvana too, right?
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Again, commit to a game plan and like send it. Don't like half-ass it because that's where like trouble arises, right? And we talked about why you need to make Shyvana too. With like how our board is, we want to also like stall time so we can get like memory bank stacked up faster. Morgana deals damage over time, Shyvana deals damage over time, Sunfire deals damage over time. So more frontline is better than having a Jin too, especially because this Jin unit is fucking dog shit, right?
Yep. Yep. Makes sense.
All right. Over here, you ended up making this. You won this fight. This is all fine. Okay, over here, wanted to point out that if you win this fight, then I want to pre-level, and if you don't, I want to make 10, right?
Oh,
And
I
you
see.
made
I
10,
see.
which I agree. Because the only reason I want to pre-level is you're sitting on Ilawi pair and Jin pair, and leveling up like increase your odds of hitting them 2-star, which is worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I
So I
think
would
I
not pick two.
over-index on. Like I sometimes don't think about. Like I'll happily sell pairs here too easily. Sometimes, and
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
yeah,
thought
but
of
like
pre-leveling
again,
as an
that's
option.
only if you win, right?
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
you lost and you made like 10.
Yep.
Completely agree with this. All right.
Yep.
Now, big mistake starting this turn. Okay. First of all, you end up taking belt here so that you can slam Nashers. We know that Nashers is a dog shit item in Dynamo,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All mana generation. Shojin and Nashers are the two worst items you can make when you're playing Dynamo. Blue buff is fine because it like synergizes with Dynamo because you get your um, what's it called, breakpoints faster, so that's
Yeah.
fine. But Shojin and Nashers are both more mana generation in a comp that has excess of it. So we don't want to slam Nashers here. And we have a 3-cost glove available. And I just want to take that because that'll like down the line, that'll end up with like much better itemization for us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially because you've lost this round, right? I can understand the reasoning if you'd won this round, you'd pre-leveled, and now you want to protect your streak, so you feel like you want to slam an inoptimal item. We've already lost our streak, so we don't need to slam an inoptimal item because we don't give a fuck if we lose, right? Like if we lose the next 2 rounds, do we really care? Not really,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And again, this is when I was like, you're making mistakes that I don't see you make, where again, we're on 1 loss, but we're leveling. to throw in a Gragas with no synergies. Like we don't even have Bruiser, but we're
Yeah.
on a loss streak, right? So this turned like big mistakes where we slam an inoptimal item, we also level instead of making 20, and then we throw in something that's not really helping our board that much. Also, we can protect a one loss streak, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if we just like continue the loss streak, it's completely fine, right?
Yep. You're
Hello?
right. Yeah. No. No. You're right.
Right? We can just make 20, not commit into these items. Even after taking the belt, we can just like chill out, be like, all right, cool, I've lost already. I've taken the belt. It's fine. We can recover from this spot, get better items later on, and then we're going to be fine, right? But now we're going to be broke the entire game because what happens here, we win one fight, right? Next turn, over here, we win the next fight, but now we're just on a 2-win streak, right? And if we'd just been on a 3-loss streak, we would have had more gold
Yeah.
and we
For
would have
sure.
had better items,
Yeah.
right? Because we would have made 20, then we would have made 30, we would have made 40, right?
Yep.
So right now we would be making 40 again, which sucks now because now we're going to be broke for the entire rest of the game. Here is where our itemization like really costs us because now we need to slam Shojin. Now we've slammed 2 items that I fucking hate, right?
Yeah.
Where we could have had like Giant Slayer plus open tier plus open glove, right? Doesn't that sound so much better
Yeah. I mean.
for
Yeah.
like what
I
we're the
agree.
board that we're playing for eventually?
Yeah. Definitely.
Um, And now again, we do the same mistake that we did on 2-5, which is we're pre-leveling now to protect a 2-win streak, right? And we're dropping 2 intervals. So we're going from making 40
Making
to
20.
making 20,
Yeah.
and then we lost,
Yep.
right? And this was to protect a 2-win streak. Like even if we lose here, do we really care that much?
Yeah.
Not really, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is kind of what I mean, where I was like, okay, he probably just is playing on COVID.
Yeah. I.
Because I'm serious. Like the reason I'm being like kind of mean is because you don't make these mistakes. Like you don't. You know you're better than this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all of the things you're saying are like my instinct would be to not make any of these plays. I
Mm-hmm.
and like I'm thinking every each of these decisions I like was thinking about them, and I don't know, in my mind I'm like,
No,
do I really
dude.
grade the item
Genuinely,
here? Like the Snatchers is just like it's not good, but it's a slammable item. Like it'll.
it is a slammable item, but like again, the issue was that we're not even on streak, right? So why are we
Yeah,
leveling? Like we're
yeah,
on 1 loss. Do we
yeah,
need to slam a fucking Nashers to protect a
yeah,
1 loss? Like
yeah,
no. Do we need to like go down to 10 econ and then go down to this? And like again, this was an issue
yeah,
that like look, I fast forward to 3-5 and we're doing the same thing. We're on 1 loss,
yeah.
right?
And then
And
we
we're
level
making
this.
50. It's fine. And then you level and drop to 24 to put in a Gragas with no synergies
Yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah,
right? Like it's again the same thing where we're on 1 loss and leveling to throw it. Like, why? Why do we do this, right?
yeah, yeah.
There's genuinely no reason. And like, I'm not joking. We lost like maybe 50 gold doing all
Oh
these
no, for
things.
100%, yeah, for sure.
Like it's where we were broke the entire game, right? You had to 4-5 it because of these things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Anyway, so 3-2. You ended up taking 1 buff, 2 buff. Why not take Sword Overflow?
Oh, interesting.
You're playing for Dynamo Flex, so you're going to be playing for
My
Misfortune,
math,
right?
yeah, I see.
And like, 1 buff, 2 buff is definitely better if you don't have the
I have to
Sunfire
go on the
already. With the
Sunfire.
Sunfire already, this is fucking useless, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It's basically a prismatic to get a blue buff and a champion do because the red buff is fucking useless, right?
yeah, yeah,
Whereas this, like, it's completely fine. You have a Jin paired.
yeah,
You can slam double DB, have an open sword, and then your backline items are kind of sorted for the rest of the game. And now you can focus on frontline items and you'll be fine, right?
yeah. You're right. Yeah, I think you're right for sure.
Yeah. Like if you didn't have Sunfire, don't get me wrong, then 1 buff, 2 buff is definitely better. But since you have it, then it's not good.
Yeah, yeah. And then yeah, I need to swap out. I just had completely like eliminated Sword Overflow as like an option, but you're right. It's totally fine here. And that also
Yeah.
explains
However,
why rolling the bulk makes sense because it's not like I mean it's not good, but
exactly.
it's not that bad. Like
Because
in
you
my
have an
mind, I'm like,
option open.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Exactly.
Makes
Exactly.
sense.
Uh, on this, like at this point, I was thinking that okay, we need to pivot to Vex, because now look, you leveled, you lost streak, then you won, then you lost streak again. You're 40 gold level 6 in a high econ lobby, by the way, because it's gold and I mean, or like gold, or like it was like silver slash
Right,
eminent
right.
prismatic,
Yeah.
and there's been so much gold drop throughout the game, right? That's the only reason. So you also know that at least two players are going to be contesting you Misfortune,
Dynamo.
because there's the
Yeah.
one guy with the marksman emblem and there's one guy who's also Dynamo Flex, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm thinking I need to make a Vex pivot because my items are also trash for Dynamo Flex, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That
very
makes sense.
easily we can be playing Vex from this spot, especially considering A, that you have like decent items for it also, right? You have, I think, Hollow Bow plus Chassis, which is
Yeah.
fine,
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
right? It's acceptable. And you can very easily play Vex with these items, right? You go like, you'll throw your fucking, you'll have like a red buff plus whatever, the extra tech item on your Varus plus like Nashers, let's say, or like even Shojin is fine. And then you can have like blue buff Nashers plus Zonya's Vex, and you're kind of fine,
Yeah.
right?
For sure. For sure.
Kind of bails you out. So I would be thinking of Vex because Vex is completely uncontested this game. Like you
Yeah.
said Sejuani is uncontested, but like
Yeah.
the reason is because extra tech is uncontested, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
And that's how we get bailed
Reached
out,
the
right?
wrong
Because
conclusion. Yeah.
otherwise we're not hitting. With how broke we are, both the other players will 4-2 it. We cannot 4-2 it, so we are like fucked.
Pulling out last. Yeah.
Over here, I mean, Pan is the best, but of course you can't take Pan, so you end up taking frontline item. I do agree with that. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so 3-5 again. This is the like biggest, I would say, offender. One loss, 50 gold, and dropping to below 30
Yeah.
to put in a Gragas is just, this is just illegal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like this is unacceptable. Would you agree? And like honestly,
I
would you
agree.
ever make this mistake?
Yeah. No, I don't think. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like I'm not even like trying to. I'm not trying to either flame you for this game or I'm not trying to glaze you for your general level of play. But like, we can be honest, right? This is not
Yeah.
your general level of play.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you don't make these mistakes, man. Like you just don't. I'm like I was shocked when I was seeing this. And then like again, we fast forward to 4-1, and then like now we're just so broke for no reason, right? Like, and it's just because of like 2-5, 3-1, 3-5. All of these times we've just lost infinite econ throughout this game, right?
And the worst part is too is that every time before I did this, I scouted and knew I was going to lose, and like that leveling wasn't going to make the difference. Like that's the
Mhm.
worst of it and I just did it anyway because I don't know. I didn't
Because
trust
you're
myself
sick.
that I
Like
would.
genuinely, it's because you're sick, man. Like I don't even like. I'm not giving you the excuse. It's like actually true. I've played with fever brain, and this is exactly what happens. You just autopilot decisions, and you're like, "Eh, fuck it."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Over here, yeah, and now we're like kind of fucked because cloning facility, like this is like this would be a GG spot. Like I'm not joking with like
100%.
how
Yeah.
much you high roll this game. It
I
should
mean
have
the
been a
fact.
first.
The fact that we got fifth after all of this is
Like this is a giga high roll game that you have. Like
100.
cloning, like
100%.
memory bank into cloning facility, like, and you had like okay, like it doesn't stop unfortunately. Like I would love for it to stop, but like it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Like okay, yeah, now we can't like level, and like we kind of have to wait. And over here, like I don't know why we're 3-3ing it. Sorry, 4-3ing it. Like it's a Jin 2. Like it's fine. Just either you level right now and roll it to 0, or you wait to 4-5 it, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like I don't think you can like do one or the other. Like you level and then don't roll. When you have an Elise 1 with 3 items, I can't. And like we died with an Elise 1 with 3 items, but like
We
we
did,
just
yeah.
roll here. You know why are we hesitant to roll?
Yeah.
Or just 4-5 it. That's also fine with me. You know, but like we leveled. I mean, if you look at it realistically, then like the only thing that you're getting more on this board because you leveled is an extra Jin 2, right? Which is like, yeah, it's stronger, but like we're on lost streak anyway, and like
Yeah.
we're 61 HP, so we're not really that sad. We can have extra gold to roll, right? So just do it next turn.
Yeah.
But now that you level, you must roll here, and like now, okay, you end up taking this Kobuko. I don't think you can take this Kobuko because you need 3 items on your Aurora ASAP,
Yeah.
and you don't
Yeah.
have any components. I think you need to take Rod here,
Yeah. Yeah.
like Rod or Bow, because like we also don't have any Shred and Sunder,
Yeah.
and not
Yeah.
taking a component that gives either of those is just like it's not correct. And then
Yeah, that
okay,
makes
now we
sense.
start rolling. But like we're playing. I don't understand that. Like, okay, I know this is like a complicated roll down, which is like we're playing Dynamo Flex, but like you're not really flexing that much. I don't know what you were looking for, but we were rolling past a lot of good units. Like for example, you have this Kobuko now, and you have Poppy,
But yeah,
but you're
not
rolling
taking
past these
Poppy.
Poppies,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you roll past this Cho'Gath as well, which I was confused by. And then you're not picking up Leonas either. So I guess I was confused about like what are we even rolling for? Like you're not picking up
I was
Galliopeia.
tunneled on Sejuani in my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm looking for Exotech frontline, and then I decided to stop and just go 9 once I kind of bricked by 20.
No, but you need to roll to 0 here. Like you have 3 items on an Elise once. Like
Yeah,
this cannot be
yeah,
happening. And you also have a dupe. Like you're not even
yeah,
using your dupe, you know?
yeah, yeah,
Like it is like how do you die on 6-1 with an Elise 1 with 3 items? Like something has gone severely wrong in our game for that to happen, right?
yeah, yeah.
And over here you got the bailout is the thing. Like you got the Viego
You
too.
you slammed the
Get
Viego. Okay, yeah.
just
Yeah.
get you have a
Zonia's is
Zonya
good.
Viego too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
like you
do.
have the game is giving you so many high rolls and you just refuse to take them is the crazy part. Like
Yeah,
Viego
yeah,
2 with Zonia's 3 items right now. You can have it right now immediately. Like you can have like Zonia's plus like let's say red buff Flushojin and then just blue buff Nashor's your Aurora and you're fine.
yeah, yeah.
Right? You can just like fast 10. But like we're not even making this Viego. In fact, you ended up selling this Viego, I think.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Later on. It's just like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You also
Yeah,
sold
just
your
making bad
Poppy.
decisions. I'm just like, oh, okay. In my mind, I'm like, Viego's weak. Like, this isn't strong enough. I have to save
Yeah,
for
but
something better.
a Viego 2 is stronger than an Elise 1, you know?
Yeah. So,
This is true.
it is it stronger than Elise too? I
Is it
guess like
stronger
that.
than Elise 2? Probably not because like then you would have to use your golden dupe, right? Like it is stronger than Elise 2, but it's not because you would have to spend your golden dupe on it. Right now we're only okay with spending it because we have fuck all on our board
Oh,
and this
right,
actually
right,
stabilizes us.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Otherwise, I'm not using my dupe right now. Of course, I would save it for like my final cap. But considering the kind of like dire straits we're in, you kind of have to like just take the L, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Frontline golem, I'm fine with that. That's okay. And like, look, now because we took the chain, our items are like so much worse, right?
Yeah,
Like, if you took Rod there, you could very easily go for Ionic Spark here. Ionic Spark plus like another frontline item, and you're okay,
yep,
right? You could also go for like Ionic Spark TG if you'd like taken Rod there, which is great, right?
yeah, yeah,
Um, or you could go for like Ionic Spark plus, like I said, fucking Sparring Gloves plus Chain Vest, Steadfast, right? But now our items are kind of fucked because of that. You could also honestly go for JG if you wanted to, but now we just don't have any options. So you
yeah,
kind of have to make do with what you have. TG is good. You kind of do have to just slam this right now. It's okay. Um, but yeah, I mean, now we 5 to it, but like the game is over at this point, right? Like now, again, there's a severe issue in our game where, again, this is 5-4 and we haven't used our golden dupe that we got on 3-2, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
whole point of the golden dupe, as we've talked before, is just like use it on 4-2 on tempo so that you can actually like leverage this, you know?
yeah, yeah.
And like now our game is just like completely fucked at this point. And like, yes, you make this act 2 and this, but like it's way
Yeah,
too late
it's like
by
two
now.
blobs. It doesn't matter. Yeah, this isn't even
It's
better.
2 blobs and it's,
I think legitimately duping Elise was better here.
yeah, I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it.
Yeah,
Like at least, and like, yeah, we ended up dying with at least one, right?
yeah.
Also, as a side note, by the way, you should have Kobuko inside and then throw the Gragas in because when you throw unit in, you get their Divinicore bonus
Oh,
anyway. It's a bug.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, so you should just have the Kobuko in from the start.
that's a good call.
Uh, yeah, and like now I'm just looking at like this spot and I'm looking at 3 item at least one when we could have had Viego 2 with exactly these 3 items on 4-6, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, Yeah, I mean, and now like you're making good plays now, where like you make the Renekton and you kind of like slam, like take the TG out, put the TG in, uh, but like at this point we've already lost the game, right?
yeah, for sure.
Unfortunate.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
So, thoughts?
Yeah, bad. I don't know. I
You
don't
wanna
know.
you wanna take a rest?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll bank this.
Because again, like I don't need to point these mistakes out to you. Like genuinely, I think you know all this. I don't think I taught you anything new this game. Like, am I wrong? Like every time I pointed it out, were you not like, yeah, this is just he's saying obvious basic shit.
Yeah, yeah, I am. Yeah,
I don't mean to make you feel bad or anything. Like you're not like the reason that I'm acting like this is because I know you're a good player, right? That's literally it. Like
I
don't feel bad.
want
You're
to
sick and you're
get
not playing up
better.
to your mark. That's fine.
I want to get better at being taught. Like I don't know why I have such a hard time taking feedback and acting on it in a nuanced way. Like if that
I
makes
think you've
sense.
gotten
Like
significantly better, like just in the course of like these whatever, like 7, 8 weeks already. I genuinely think that today you just played like worse than I've ever seen you play because you're sick. I
gotcha,
genuinely believe that.
gotcha.
Like we had to do our re-evaluations. Like we have to do like evaluations at the start of like 1 2 sessions and then mid evaluations and then like towards the end of the set as well. And like I was doing your evaluation, I like genuinely think like when it comes to stuff like, for example, like directional analysis, like you've gotten so much better at this shit. Like okay, when you talk about like how you're doing your item management at the start of the set, you would have 5 components on the
Components.
bench
Yeah,
per
yeah,
month.
yeah,
You know, like now you're actually like tempo slamming. Like we did a session on positioning as well. Like you're understanding positioning a lot better. Seeing less and less egregious mistakes when it comes to that. Your management is also so much better, which is why I was shocked at like what happened today, where it was like it seemed like you were regressing to like old habits, kind of. You know what
maybe.
I mean?
I see.
And that
Yeah,
happens when you're like sick and defaulting and like kind of autopiloting. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fair.
Which is fine. Like, like you're sick. This is, dude, at least you're doing this right now. Like, this happened to me at Macau. Like, I was sick at Macau and I
Yeah,
played
that's a
like
bit.
this.
I see.
All right.
Yeah,
I went
yeah,
490th out of 520, like, whatever, 512. Like, I'm not joking. You're fine.
yeah. I feel. I feel.
It happens. Don't worry about it. I also get it. Like, so again, it's chill. Take a step back. We'll come back to it. We still have a whole ass session in the bank basically, right? Because it's like accumulated.
Yeah, sounds good.
And like you're saying next week we might not be able to do, but we'll keep that in mind and we'll cover it up when you're feeling better, when you're like also taking a break from TFT, and we'll get back to it. It'll be fine.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
No, really, don't worry about it. I get it. Like 100% I get it.
Thanks, man. All right,
All right.
I'll see you.
Take it easy, get some rest, have some ORS, fluids.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
sounds good, man. See ya.
Cheers.